Hello everyone. In today's class, we will see some more questions based on binomial theorem and mathematical introduction. Practice questions from 1 to 15. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. Let's start with question number 1. The coefficient of x to the power 2m plus 1 in the expansion of this when mod x less than 1 is. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. We have to find the coefficient of x to the power 2m plus 1 in the expansion of this. Right. Now we can multiply 1 minus x in the numerator and the denominator. Right. So let's multiply 1 minus x upon 1 minus x into this. So 1 minus x upon c. 1 minus x into 1 plus x is again 1 minus x square. Now again 1 minus x square into 1 plus x square is 1 minus x power 4. 1 minus x power 4 into 1 plus x power 4 is 1 minus x power 8. So similarly, in same way it will be 1 minus x upon 1 minus x to the power 2m plus 1, which can be written as 1 minus x into 1 minus x to the power 2m plus 1 to the power minus 1. Right. Now it can be written as 1 minus x into 1 plus x to the power 2m plus 1 plus 1 to the x power 2m plus 2, right, till infinity. Now we have to find the coefficient of x to the power 2m plus 1, right, which is c. X power 2m plus 1 into 1, right. Answer is the coefficient of x power 2m plus 1 is 1, right. So option C is the right choice. Let's move to the next question, question number 2. It says c1 minus c2 by 2 plus c3 by 3 minus till minus 1 to the power n minus 1 cn by n is equal to. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. Since 1 minus x to the power n, we can write it as c0 minus c1x plus c2x square minus c3x cube till infinity. Now let's subtract 1. See, in c1 there is positive sign, right? But here it is negative sign, right? And it is starting with c1, not c0, right? Clear? So, and c0 is, we know that c0 is 1. So we can write 1 minus x to the power n as c1x minus c2x square plus c3x cube till infinity, right? Now divide x by both sides. So 1 minus x to the power n upon x is basically c1 minus c2x plus c3x square. Now integrate it from 0 to 1. After integrating it 0 to 1, dx is basically 0 to 1, 1 minus x to the power n upon 1 minus x dx. Right? Which is basically c1 upon 1 minus c2 upon c2 plus c3 upon 3 minus is equal to 0 to 1, 1 minus x to the power n upon 1 minus x dx. So integration of 0 to 1 f x dx is basically 0 to 1 f of 1 minus x dx. Right? So integration of 0 to 1, 1 plus x square till x to the power n minus 1 dx is basically x plus x square by 2 till x to the power n by n. And limit is from 0 to 1. So after putting the value 0 to 1, answer is 1 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 3 till 1 by n. Right? So I think option B is the right choice. Okay. Okay, let's move to the next part. Question number 3. If the coefficient of x to the power 5 in ax square plus b 1 upon bx to the power 10 is a times and equal to the coefficient of x to the power minus 5 in ax minus 1 by b square x square to the power 10, then the value of ab is. Okay. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay. So general term of this is a general term of this expression ax square plus 1 by bx to the power 10 can be written as c. Tr plus 1 is basically 10 cr into ax square to the power 10 minus r into 1 by bx to the power r. So it can be written as 10 cr into a to the power 10 minus r into 1 by b to the power r into x to the power 20 minus 2r, right? Now since x to the power 5 is basically occurs in tr plus 1. So 20 minus 3r can be written as 5. So r is basically 5. Now we have to find an equal to coefficient of x power minus 5. So coefficient of x to the power 5 is basically 10c5 a to the power 5 into b power minus 5, right? Now let's see coefficient of x power minus 5 occurs in tr plus 1 of 10 cr into a to the power 10 minus r into 1 by b minus 1 by b square minus 1 by b square into x to the power 10 minus 3r, right? So 10 minus 3r is basically minus 5. Clear? 10 minus 3r we can write it as minus 5. 1 by b square to the power r. So 15 is equal to 3r, r equal to 5. So the coefficient of x to the power minus 5 is basically minus 10c5 a to the power 5 upon b to the power 10. According to the given condition, this and this is equal, right? So 10c5 a to the power 5 upon b to the power 5 is equal to minus of a to the power 5 c5 is equal to minus of a 10c5 a to the power 5 upon b to the power 10. So it is equal to minus of b to the power 5 is equal to a. This implies minus of b to the power 5 is equal to ab. Right? So I think option B is the right choice. Now let's move to the question number 4, which is the sum of coefficient of integral power of x in the binomial expansion of this 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50 is. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. So we have to find the sum of coefficient of the integral power of x. Let tr plus 1 be the greatest term in the expansion of 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50. So tr plus 1 is basically 50 cr 1 to the power 50 minus r into minus 2x to the power 1 by 2 to the power r. So it is equal to 50 cr into 2 to the power r into x to the power r by 2 into minus 1 to the power r. Now for the integral power of x and r, for the integral power of x, r should be an even integer, right? R should be an even integer. Therefore, the sum of coefficients is equal to summation of r equal to 0 to 25. Sum of coefficient will be summation of r equal to 0 to 25, 50c2r into 2 to the power 2r. So it is equal to 1 by 2, 1 plus 2 to the power 50 plus 1 minus 2 to the power 50, which is equal to 1 by 2, 3 to the power 50 plus 1. Alright. So I think option A is the right choice. Clear? So let's move to the before moving to the next question, let's see an alternate method of the previous question. See 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50 can be written as c naught minus c1 into 2 root x plus c2 into 2 root x square till c50 2 root 5x to the power 50. Let's suppose this is equation 1 and 1 plus 2 root x to the power 50 is equal to c naught plus c1 into 2 root x plus c2 into 2 root x to the square till c50 into 2 root x to the power 50, equation 2. On adding equation 1 and 2, we get 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50 plus 1 plus 2 root x to the power 50 is equal to 2 times c0 plus c2 into 2 root x to the square till c50 into 2 root x to the power 50, which is equal to 1 minus 2 root x to the power 50 plus 1 plus 2 root x to the power 50 upon 2. Right? Now on putting x equal to 1, we get, see, on putting x equal to 1, on left hand side and right hand side, we will get 1 minus 2 root 1 to the power 50 plus 1 plus 2 root 1 to 50 upon 2 is equal to C0 plus C2 into 2 square till C50 into 2 to the power 50. So it is equal to 1 plus 3 to the power 50 upon 2 is equal to this term, right? This was alternate method. Now let's move to the next question, question number 5. The term independent of x in the expansion of this x plus 1 upon x to the power 2 by 3 minus x to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x minus 1 upon x minus x to the power 1 by 2 to the power 10. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. The term independent of x in the expansion of this is, since x plus 1 upon x to the power 2 by 3 minus x to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 minus x minus 1 upon x minus x to the power 1 by 2 to the power 10 can be written as C. In the first expression, we can write x plus 1 as x to the power 1 by 3 to the power 3, right? X can be written as x to the power 1 by 3 to the power 3 plus 1 to the power 3, right? And upon denominator will be same. And now x minus 1 can be written as root over x square minus 1 upon, let's take root x as common, root x into root over x minus 1 whole to the power 10. Now see, we can apply the formula aq plus bq, which is a plus b into a square plus b square minus ab. That is x to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 into x to the power 2 by 3 plus 1 minus x to the power 1 by 3 upon x to the power 2 by 3 minus x to the power 1 by 3 plus 1. And here we can apply the formula a square minus b square, right? Which is basically a plus b into a minus b. So this term and this term will cancel out, right? This term and this term will cancel out. So it will be x to the power 1 by 3 plus 1 into minus, see here, root x minus 1 will be cancelled out in the numerator and the denominator, and it will be root x plus 1 upon root x to the power 10. So after solving this, you will get x to the power 1 by 3 minus x to the power minus 1 by 2 to the power 10, right? Now we have to find the term independent of x, right? We have to find term independent of x in this expression. So let's find general term, which is tr plus 1, which is equal to 10 cr into x to the power 1 by 3 to the power 10 minus r into minus x to the power 1 by 2 to the power r. So it is equal to 10 cr minus 1 to the power r, x to the power 10 minus r upon 3 in minus r upon 2. For independent for x, put 10 minus r upon 3 minus r upon 2 is equal to 0. So 20 minus 2r minus 3 equal to 0. This implies r equal to 4. So T5, which is fifth term, is equal to, put r equal to 5. To put r equal to 4, you will get 10c4. We have to find the coefficient, right? So 10c4, which is equal to 210. Clear? So answer is 210. Option C is the right choice. Clear? Okay. Let's move to the question number 6. It says, if 1 plus x to the power n is equal to c0 plus c1x plus c2x square till cn x to the power n, then c0 square plus c1 square plus c2 square plus c3 square till cn square is equal to. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, 1 plus x to the power n is basically c0 plus c1x plus c2x square till c to the power cn x to the power n. Now, let's replace x with 1 by x. Clear? Let's replace x with 1 by x. So it will be 1 plus 1 by x to the power n, c0 plus c1 into 1 by x plus c2 into 1 by x square till cn into 1 by x to the power n. Now on multiplying equation 1 and equation 2 and taking coefficient of constant term on the right hand side equal to c0 square plus c2 square plus c2 square till cn square. See, if we multiply this, it will be 1 plus x to the power n into 1 plus 1 by x to the power n, or it is equal to 1 plus x to the power 2n upon x to the power n, or term containing x to the power n in x1 plus x to the power 2n, right? Clearly, the coefficient of x to the power n in 1 plus x to the power 2n is basically 2n cn, which is equal to 2n factorial upon n factorial into n factorial, right? We have to find this square, right? So we found coefficient of n in this expression, right? Constant term which is independent of x. Okay, let's move to the next question. Question number 7. If a and d are two complex numbers, then sum to n plus 1 terms of the following series. The series is as follows: a c naught minus a plus d c1 plus a plus 2 d c2, like this. So again, you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, we can write a c naught minus a plus d c1 plus a plus 2 d c2 till n plus 1 terms is equal to c. A times, take a as common, so a times c naught plus a c naught minus c1 plus c2 minus c3, like that. And take d as common, so d times minus c1 plus 2c2 minus 3c3, like that, right? Now we know that 1 minus x to the power n is basically c0 minus c1x plus c2x square till minus 1 to the power n cn x to the power n, right? Equation 2. Now on differentiating equation 2 with respect to x, we can differentiate equation 2 with respect to x. We get minus n 1 to minus x to the power n minus 1 is equal to minus c1 plus 2 c2x till minus 1 to the power n cn x to the power n minus 1, right? Let's assume it as equation 3. On putting x equal to 1 in equation 2 and 3, we get c0 minus c1 plus c2 till minus 1 to the power and cn is equal to 0. Let's assume this as equation 4, and minus c1 plus c2 till minus 1 to the power and cn is equal to 0. Let's assume this as equation 5. Now, from equation 1, we have a c0 minus a plus d c1 up to n terms is basically a times 0, because this term from equation 4 and 5, this term c0 minus c1 plus c2 is 0, and also minus c1 plus c2 till minus 1 to the power n cn is equal to 0, right? So you can say that this term is 0 and this term is 0, right? This term is basically 0, this term is also 0. So overall, the answer is 0, right? So I think option C is the right choice. Option C is the right choice. Okay, let's move to the question number 8. Summation of p equal to 1 to n, summation of p equal to 1 to n equal to summation of m equal to p to n, ncm into pcm, ncm into mcp is equal to. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. Since ncm into mcp is basically n factorial upon n minus m factorial into p factorial into m minus p factorial, right? Now it can be written as it can be written as n factorial nc5, which is ncp, which is n factorial into n minus p factorial. See, n minus p factorial into p factorial, right? And n minus p m minus p can be written as c n minus p minus m minus p, which is basically n minus m factorial. Clear? So it can be clearly written as ncp into n minus p c m minus p. Therefore, the given series is rewritten as summation of p equal to 1 to n is equal to summation of p equal to 1 to n ncp into n minus p c m minus p, which is equal to summation of p equal to 1 to n ncp into summation of p equal to 1 m equal to p to n minus p c m minus p, right? We have done these things because to make this term independent of m, right? So that we can apply a single summation. Clear? So now it is equal to summation of p equal to 1 to n ncp into summation of t equal to 0 to n minus p, where put m minus p is equal to t, right? So summation of t equal to 0 to n minus p into n minus p dt, which is equal to p is the summation of p equal to 1 to n ncp into 2 to the power n minus p. Clear? Now take 2 to the power n common, which is equal to summation of p equal to 1 to n ncp into 1 by p 2 to the power p is equal to 2 to the power n into, after doing this summation, we will get 2 to the power n into 1 plus 1 by 2 to the power n minus 1, right? It can be expanded as this, right? So after solving, we will get 3 to the power n minus 2 to the power n as answer. So I think option D is the right choice. Clear? Let's move to the next question, question number 9. We have to find the summation of the sum of the series summation of r equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power r ncr into 1 by 2 to the power r plus 3 by 3 to the power r upon 2 to the power 2r plus 7 power r upon 3 power 2 to power 3r, like this. Clear? So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will move to the solution. Okay, let's discuss the solution. P. It can be written as summation of r equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power r into ncr 1 by 2 to the power r plus 3 to the power r upon 2 to the power r plus 7 to the power r upon 3 to the power 2r up to m terms. And it can be written as summation of r equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power r into ncr into 1 by 2 to the power r plus summation of r equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power r into ncr 3 to the power r upon 2 to the power r. See, we have basically separated each term, right? So it is written as ncr 3 to the power r upon 2 to the power 2r plus summation of r equal to 0 to n minus 1 to the power r ncr 7 to the power r upon 2 to the power 3r, right? Now this first term can be written as 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power r n to the power n, and plus 1 plus 1 minus 3 by 4 to the power n plus 1 minus 7 by 8 to the power n, right? And so on up to m terms. So it is equal to 1 by 2 to the power n plus 1 by 2 to the power 2n plus 1 by 2 to the power 3n up to m terms, right? And it is a GP, right? So it can be written as 1 by 2 to the power n into 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power n to the power m upon 1 minus 1 by 2 to the power m. And further, it can be written as 2 to the power mn minus 1 upon 2 to the power mn into 2 to the power n minus 1, right? So option A is the right choice. Clear? Now let's discuss question number 10. The value of x for which the sixth term in the expansion of this is equal to 84 is equal to. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution. See, we have the term C 2 to the power log 2 root over 9 minus x plus 7. So it can be written as C 2 to the, this expression can be written as simply 2 to the power 2 base 2 power 2, right? It can be written simply as root over 9 to the power x minus 1 plus 7 plus it can be written as 1 by 3 to the power x minus 1 plus 1 to the power 1 by 5 whole to the power 7. So T6 is basically T6 can be written as TR plus 1 can be written as 7CR, which is 7C5 into root over 9 to the power x minus 1 plus 7 to the power 7 minus 5 into 1 by 3 to the power x minus 1 plus 1 to the power 1 by 5 to the power 5. After solving this thing, you will get answer as 84 is equal to 7C5 and this, which is equal to 4 times 3 to the power x minus 1 plus 1, right? and after solving you will get the equation 3 to the power 2x minus 12 times 3 to the power x plus 27. And if we put y equal to 3 to the power x, you will get a quadratic equation having root 3 and 9, right? So 3 to the power x is 3 and 3 to the power x is 9. So x is basically 1 or 2, right? So option C is the right choice. Here C is the right choice. Now let's discuss next question, question number 11. If the last term in the binomial expansion of this is 1 by 3 to the power 5 by 3 to the power log 3, 8, then fifth term from the beginning is. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss a solution. So we have to find the last term. So last term of this is 2 to the power 1 by 3 minus 1 by root 2 to the power n is, so tn plus 1 is basically ncn 2 to the power 1 by 3 to the power n minus n into minus 1 by root 2 to the power n, ncn into minus 1 to the power n into 1 by 2 to the power n equal to minus 1 to the power n upon 2 to the power n by 2, right? Also we have this term is equal to this. So it can be expressed as 1 by 3 to the power 5 by 3 to the power log 3, 8 is equal to, if you do simplification, you will get 2 to the power minus 5. Now 2 to the power minus 5 is basically minus 1 to the power n upon 2 to the power n by 2. After solving this, you will get n is equal to 10. Now you can calculate T5, which is T4 plus 1, which is equal to summation of 10C4 2 to the power 1 by 3 power 10 minus 4 into minus 1 to the power minus 1 by root 2 to the power 4. After solving this, you will get answer as 210. Clear? So I think option A is the right choice. Let's move to the next question. The sum of the coefficient of odd degree terms in the expansion of this is equal to. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. See, we know that a plus b to the power n plus a minus b to the power n is equal to 2 times nc0 8 power n plus nc2 8 power n minus 2 b square, like this. So we can write x plus root over x cube minus 1 to the power 5 plus x minus root over x cube minus 1 to the power 5 as 2 times this term, right? So we have to find the sum of coefficients of odd degree, which is equal to 2 times c, 2 times 1 odd degrees x power q, which is minus 10, which is 5 and 5. So answer is 2, right? So option D is the right choice. Clear? Now let's move to the next question, question number 13. The greatest value of term independent of x as alpha varies over r in the expression of this is. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After 10 seconds, we will move to the solution. Okay. So the general term of the given expression can be written as 20 cr into x cos alpha to the power 20 minus r upon sin alpha upon x to the power r. So, and we have to find the term independent of x, right? So x to the power 20 minus r can be put as 0. So r is equal to 10. Clear? So let beta is equal to term independent of x. So beta can be represented as 20c10 cos, put r is equal to 10, cos alpha to the power 10 sin alpha to the power 10, right? And after solving this, you will get 20c10 into sin 2 alpha upon 2 to the power 10. Thus the greatest possible value of beta is basically, or greatest possible value sin 2 alpha should be 1. So answer is 20c10 1 by 2 to the power 10, right? So option D is the right choice, none of these. Let's move to the next question. We have two statements. For each natural number n plus 1 to the power 7 minus n power 7 minus 1 is divisible by 7. Statement 2 says for each natural number n to the power 7 minus n is divisible by 7, right? So after 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay. So suppose Pn is equal to n to power 7 minus n. So by mathematical induction, put for n equal to 1, p1 is equal to 0, which is divisible by 7. For n equal to k, pk is equal to k to power 7 minus k. Right? Let pk be divisible by 7, right? So k to power 7 minus k is equal to 7 lambda. For some lambda belongs to n, for n is equal to k plus 1, p of k plus 1 is equal to k plus 1 to the power 7 minus k plus 1. So after solving this, you will get k to power 7 minus k plus 7 into k to power 6 plus 3 k to power 5 till this, till k. So after solving this, you will see that this is divisible by 7. So both statements are true, and statement 2 is correct explanation of statement 1. Now, in the ratio of fifth term from the beginning to the fifth term from the end, in the expression of this is root 6 upon 1. Then statement 1 says the value of n is 10. So statement 2 is this. So you have 10 seconds to solve this question. After that, we will move to the solution. We know that in the expansion of a plus b to the power n, fifth term from the end is equal to n minus p plus 2th term from beginning. So fifth term from one end is basically n minus 5 plus 2th term from the beginning. So after solving, it is basically n minus 3rd term from the beginning. So n minus 4 plus 1th term from the beginning. That is 2 to the power 1 by 4 plus 1 by 3 to the power 1 by 4 to the power n is equal to this one. Clear? So now fifth term from the beginning is basically p4 plus 1 is equal to nc4 to the power 1 by 4 to the power n minus 1, n minus 4, 3 to the power minus 1 by 4 to the power 4, right? So after solving, you will get fifth term from the end is this one. Clear? So from the given condition, we have fifth term from the beginning and fifth term from the end is equal to root 6 upon 1. After solving this ratio, you will get n equal to 10. Clear? So I think option C is the right choice. Statement 1 is true, statement 2 is false. Clear? So this statement is false because you can see that here this is equal to root 6 by 1, right? This term 2 is square. But in the statement 1, it was 2 to the power 1, right? Okay. Thank you.